Good morning, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, state police investigating fatal crash on I-93 South. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9, Charisse LeClaire.
Do you need some help crossing the street? The world judges. We don't. Planet Fitness. Be free.
Right now, that scene is completely clear, but earlier this afternoon, this whole section of the highway just past the Hooksett Tolls was backed up. Traffic was down to 2 lanes while state police investigated that scene. A snowy Friday commute turning deadly.
Circumstances as to why we really don't know.
Captain Chris Vetter with state police, one of many people on scene trying to answer that question. First responders rushed to the area just south of the Hooksett Tolls before 3 in the afternoon.
The tractor trailer was stopped, broken down in the breakdown lane, and a vehicle came up behind it and struck it.
The driver of the SUV died unseen.
We'll go about the process of identifying the deceased, and then we'll go about the accident investigation and trying to determine why it happened. Like I said, we have a pretty good idea how it happened, just a matter of why.
Traffic heading south was slowed for some time with only the far 2 left lanes open, bringing the evening commute on this section of highway to a crawl. While many people saw the damage the crash left behind, state police are now trying to get in touch with people who may have actually seen it all unfold.
We don't have any witnesses to it, at least not as of yet, so we would encourage anybody that either has some information or may have seen the crash to contact us. Based on the damage to the vehicle, it's pretty obvious that the vehicle is traveling pretty quickly, but exactly how fast we don't know. That'll be part of the investigation as well.
And now state police say that it was snowing at the time of the crash, but the roads weren't necessarily very slippery at the time, so it's difficult to say right now whether the weather played any role in this crash. Meantime, the driver of that tractor trailer was not hurt. Live in Hooksett, I'm Charisse LeClaire, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Sailing team rescued after capsizing in rapidly deteriorating conditions. Let's take a listen to the video from WCVB Boston, Matt Reed.
What started as a quiet day on the water turned dangerous in a matter of seconds Friday as 3 boats carrying 6 high schoolers capsized in Lewis Bay. Some of the teens thrown into the water while others desperately reaching for safety from a nearby pier.
It was almost like snowing, sleeting, blowing, and pretty rough seas.
Hyannis fire officials say the 6 students from Pope John Paul II High School had been out sailing when conditions deteriorated in a matter of seconds.
A fairly heavy squall line came through, and we received reports of gusts up to 50 miles an hour, so it was a really breezy time period, a lot of hail and snow. So it was pretty difficult conditions for about an hour or so.
Hyannis Marine units were deployed just after 4:30 and headed towards the Hyannis Yacht Club where the teens were located. Before fire officials could arrive, many of the students had already been rescued by their coach in a chase boat, while the other sailors that had gone into the water were thankfully able to swim ashore. No one was injured, but fire officials say a slight change in the wind direction could have made the difference between a happy ending and a potential disaster.
I think anything could happen, so certainly the rigging of the sailboat could have resulted in injury. In this case, we were all safe, and that's good, but we were there in case that wasn't the case.
And those teenagers were checked out by EMTs once they got back here, and the sailboats are back ashore this evening. Live in Hyannis, Matt Reed, WCVB News Center 5.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Police investigating armed robbery at Westbrook gas station. Let's take a listen to the video from WMTW News 8 Maine. Looks like we're having a little technical difficulty with the video.
Well, Steve, the owner of the Gulf Mart, who was not here at the time of the robbery, tells me it happened just before 8 while a female employee was working here alone. Now, police on scene tonight did not speak to reporters, but the manager of a shop less than a quarter mile down the road said police did provide her with a description of the suspect, and she provided them with security video from outside her store. She said he was wearing a black sweatshirt, black sweatpants with gray pockets, and a ski mask, and the suspect did show a gun. Now, there was a police canine on scene here when we arrived earlier tonight, although we do not know if they attempted to do a track, and the Portland crime scene unit was also on scene here from some time. Now, you'll recall that about a week ago, the subway just up the road from here was also robbed at gunpoint. Of course, we will continue to follow this story and bring you any new information that we get on air or online. Live in Westbrook tonight, Erin Dixon, WMTW News 8.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Federal authorities seize Backpage.com. Federal authorities have seized the website Backpage.com and affiliated websites, according to a notice posted by the FBI and other law enforcement agencies on the site on Friday. And now let's take a listen to part of the video from ABC News.
Visit a harrowing tale. One teenage daughter on the darkest of journeys, disappearing into the internet sex trade. A Nightline investigation into the controversial classified site Backpage.com, accused of making sex trafficking possible in one family's fight for justice. Here again is our special edition, Daughters for Sale, ABC's Gloria Riviera.
When I grow up, I'd like to be a doctor.
They are the sweet dreams of a 7th grade girl.
Something I would like to do in my life is go to Africa.
But what lay ahead was a nightmare her parents never saw coming.
Yeah, they took everything from my little girl.
I live in an American town. How can my kid be sold on the internet?
A few short years after this video was taken, the 15-year-old, who we'll call Natalie, would be sold for sex through the website Backpage.com.
How many encounters do you think you had during that time?
Over 150.
Over 150?
Yeah.
Would that have been possible without Backpage?
No way.
This saga led Natalie to join a major lawsuit against Backpage with other girls like her.
Okay, ready? Hang on, is there splinters?
Today, Natalie is 21 years old and a mother herself.
Why your decision to speak publicly?
I don't just do it for myself. I do it for other families.
Similar to Craigslist, Backpage is a basic classified ad site, but with racy adult sections like escorts and body rubs. Technically legal services that law enforcement has called thinly veiled code for prostitution.
The majority of children who are sold for sex in the United States today was trafficked using Backpage.
And now Backpage is also under investigation by the U.S. Senate. This is one of the last photos taken of Natalie before she made the choice that would change her life forever. She ran away from home.
I just wanted to get my...
Okay, and there you go on part of that video and report. If you want to watch the full video, we will share the link with you on the Riley King Network Facebook page. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll have a newscast later on today. Goodbye, everyone.